Oh. Oh my gosh. These crazy people. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. I'm running out of batteries. Oh, I can't go back out there. Where are the batteries at? What's that? Oh, those batteries? Okay. Whew. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, thank you, kind sir. Ah! Oh no! Ah! Yeah, I still have this kind of camera, and I think it still works, but we barely use it time to time. And I barely know how to work this thing, but maybe one day, yeah. Hey guys, this is Kaiju 2014-117 signing in. I know my skit was a little bit too short, but everyone's schedule is kind of a bit tight today, so I'm gonna try to do 2 videos for the same topic. So one that's gonna be PG and R-rated. But for this R-rated, it's not gonna be like angry rant, but it's more like profanity on how crazy the game I'm reviewing today. Speaking of which, this is a Halloween video special, and today we're gonna focus on a Halloween video game. Well, our scary video game. And I'm talking about Outlast. Now, if you've seen my previous video on Blair Witch, I did talk about and mention about this game that includes the recording video or using camcorders. So this is definitely a recommended game. So I bought the Outlast Trinity for PlayStation 4. Now there's also available for the Xbox One and as well as PC. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I didn't took interest in it until when I saw the game and I see how clean and nice it was, including on the PlayStation 4. So I went with my gut and then I started to buy it. But the thing is, let me tell you, there are at least 3 games in the Outlast Trinity. So what are they? It includes the original Outlast, along with DLC, the Outlast Whistleblower, and Outlast 2. Now, let's talk about which one is my favorite and which one I rate. So let's start with the Outlast. So, oh my gosh, the first Outlast was scary. It is so scary that I nearly got myself a heart attack from it. And honestly, it is a really good, well-detailed game, and I enjoy how it is and how it was polished, and the graphic is amazing. Now, I will say this, I do feel I wish the characters were able to speak, at least the main characters, but then again, people are not minded about the main character's voice, but I kind of do, and I kind of wish we actually have that. But overall, this is one of the games. So if you guys want to play a very scary game, rather than the Blair Witch, this is one of them. So you can play the Outlast. And I give the Outlast at least an 8 out of 10, at least for the first one. Now let's talk about this DLC, the Whistleblower. So basically, the Whistleblower is a side story of what happened when the guy trying to contact the main character from Outlast, oh, I forgot to mention, the main character from Outlast was a reporter, and this guy from the Whistleblower, I think he may be a reporter, but as well he's also like in a way a double agent to try to expose about the company who is abusing the patients, the people who are mentally disabled, and the people who are estranged from their own lives. So that is one of them. So the Whistleblower is basically a good side story, and I feel like because with this we get an epic conclusion for the whole Outlast series, and because of it, it gets a 1 point higher. So basically the overall package for Outlast is a 9 out of 10, and I enjoy how it is that we get to play the character who is scared. Now I will say, I was like, oh my gosh, I need a gun or something to defend against these guys. Unfortunately, no guns, no self-defense at all. You guys want that kind of game? This is your type of game, unlike how Resident Evil does, or Evil Within, or any other game that involves with shooting zombies. If you guys want to run as fast as you can, this one. Now, as much as I like Outlast and Outlast Whistleblower, how about Outlast 2? So what's Outlast 2 about? So it's not taking place in the asylum how the first game did. It takes place somewhere in the countryside where it's kind of unusual and weird. And I gotta tell you this, they saying it's the church folk. So if you guys do play Outlast 2 and thinking this is how Catholic or Christian church is, let me tell you this. First of all, you may feel offended for people who are church people, but I don't think that's the case because these guys are not really Catholic people. They're more of an antichrist. And that is even worse. And if you're thinking that's what church people does, no. Honestly, church people are nice people. Even though we have different how can I say, different beliefs, or we're being too strict. It's just that's how we are. But something like this is out of our beliefs. That is exactly the opposite of what I'm seeing, especially for these guys. And those guys are crazy. However, I do feel a little offended. But then again, this is not really Catholic Church and stuff, but it feels offensive, which I think that's what the game is telling us about. There are some people, including people who know our religion, will use that against anything, even going against God's word, and it's kind of in every way offensive. And if you guys know that, I think that's what the game is. It's meant to be that these guys are the offenders of our religion. So just to be aware. But anyways, this game is horrifying and as well confusing, and as well I get lost multiple times. And unfortunately, I cannot really like this game a lot because the game was, I would say I don't mind open world, but it was kind of too open in ways that I don't know exactly where to go, and sometimes I don't even know which way to go. Sometimes I don't even know where it is or what to look. At least Outlast 1 did give me some ideas of where to look around, or at least how to be careful. This one is kind of tricky, but I do like the new mechanic system, and I just feel we should have more on that. Now, overall, what do I think about Outlast 2? I can't really give it a really great grade, because here's the thing. It's because the ending feels kind of unsatisfying, or doesn't feel like, oh, let's get another DLC. And as a matter of fact, I haven't seen any DLC for about a year or two already? If I'm wrong, guys, just let me know. But anyways, I feel this game is about at least, I want to say it's somewhere between 6 or 7, but I'm more of I would say it's a 7 out of 10. It's still a good game in a way, but it just feels disappointed that it missed its own mark. But it has a potential to be a 6 out of 10, which is an average game. But overall, the game, like I mentioned before, disappointing doesn't always mean it's very bad. It's just let down a little bit. But it doesn't always drag you down to feel that it is a very bad game. However, overall, I feel Outlast 2 is just good, just average. But anyways, if you guys want to play a scary game during your Halloween time, this is this is to play, and I do recommend you guys to play this game. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I will be doing another Halloween movie reviews, and as well another Halloween video game reviews coming up soon. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and then there will be another video coming out in the R-rated version for this one. This is Kaiju 2014-17 signing off.